र हाम्रो एउटा निष्कर्ष के हो भने विकास र समृद्धिको कुरा अगाडि बढाउन सक्दैनौँ। हामीले यसलाई मियो प्रश्न बनायौँ र राजनीति अस्थिरता अन्त गर्नको लागि मेजोरिटीको गभर्मेन्ट बन्नुपर्दछ र त्यसले आर्थिक विकास र समृद्धिको जनतासित व्यक्त गरेका प्रतिबद्धताको आधारमा त्यो अगाडि बढाउनु पर्छ। यही मान्यताको आधारमा हामी प्रतिस्पर्धामा गयौँ। जनता जो लामो समयदेखि यही चिजको चाहना राख्दै थिए त्यो आज पुरा भएको छ। तर म यहाँहरूलाई के भन्न चाहन्छु भने यो पुरा एक अर्थमा भएको छ। त्यो के हो भने बहुमतको सरकार, आरामको बहुमतको सरकार, 2/3 भन्दा ज्यादाले समर्थन गरेको सरकार बन्यो। अब म तपाईहरुसित खुलस्त भन्न चाहन्छु, अब यति बेला पोलिटिकल लेभलबाट, लिडरशिपबाट हिजो जस्तो कुरा गर्ने समय छैन। अब हिजो कुरा गर्दा पनि काम चल्थ्यो, अब कुरा गर्दा काम चल्नेवाला छैन। म यहाँहरुसित खुलस्तै के भन्न चाहन्छु भने अब आउने दिनमा हिजोका प्रतिबद्धता अनुसार राजनीतिक नेतृत्वले कामलाई कसरी अगाडि बढाउँछ, सुशासनलाई सुनिश्चित गर्ने कुराहरू के गर्छ, जनताले सेवा प्राप्त गर्ने कुराहरूलाई कसरी सुनिश्चित गर्छ, राष्ट्रिय एजेन्डाहरूको प्राथमिकता कसरी तय गर्छ, यो चिज अब जनताले, आम नागरिकहरूले हेर्न चाहेका छन्। म अहिले पनि यहाँहरूलाई के भन्न चाहन्छु भने हामी आफूले व्यक्त गरेका प्रतिबद्धता अनुरूप चल्छौँ। नयाँ सरकार बनिसकेपछि सम्माननीय प्रधानमन्त्रीजीले देशवासीका नाममा आफ्ना भनाइहरू, प्रतिबद्धताहरू, दृष्टिकोण राख्नुभएको छ। हामी बुझ्छौँ अब त्यो राख्ने कुरा मात्रै होइन, अब कर्ममा अनुवाद गर्नुपर्ने जरुरत छ र हामी त्यही कुरा भोलिदेखि नै गर्दैछौँ। हामी मुलुकलाई आर्थिक विकास र समृद्धिको लागि विषयको प्राथमिकता के हो, हामीले व्यक्त गरेको प्रतिबद्धताको आधारमा ती प्राथमिकताका आधारमा तय गरेका विषयहरूलाई अगाडि बढाउँछौँ। यो संस्था, अघि गङ्गाजीले यसको बारेमा केही बताउनु भयो, यो संस्थासित सम्बन्धित सबै व्यक्तित्वहरूलाई म भन्न चाहन्छु, तपाईहरूले देख्नुभएका सपनाहरू र अहिलेको मुलुक सञ्चालन गर्ने राजनीतिक नेतृत्वले देखेका सपनाहरू समान छन्। यी समान सपनाहरूलाई साकार पार्नको लागि हामी सहकार्य गरौँ। म यहाँहरूलाई आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु, तपाईहरुसित यो अमूर्त ढङ्गले इमोसनल हिसाबका कुराले मात्रै अब काम चल्दैन। अब तपाईहरुसित मेरो आग्रह, तपाईहरुका भनाइहरू स्ट्रक्चरमा आउनु पर्यो। स्ट्रक्चरमा ती विषयहरू आउनु पर्यो, ताकि तपाईहरुले त्यसरी प्रस्तुत गरेका विषयहरूले हामीलाई थोरै भए पनि बाटो देखाउन सकोस्, घचघच्याउन सकोस्, त्यसलाई मेटरलाइज गर्नको लागि हामीलाई सघाउन सकोस्। म यो आशा गर्दछु ठोस ढङ्गले, कङ्क्रिट ढङ्गले कुराहरू आओस्। यस हिसाबको प्रस्ताव तपाईहरुसित म आशा गर्दछु। हामी नीति कार्यक्रम र योजना अब केही दिनपछि हामी ल्याउँदैछौँ। त्यही नीतिमा समेटिनुपर्ने कुराहरू के हुन्, अब योजनाहरूमा समेटिनुपर्ने कुराहरू के हुन् र बजेटले सम्बोधन गर्नुपर्ने, बोक्नुपर्ने कुराहरू के हुन्, विषयमा केन्द्रित भएर स्ट्रक्चरमा कुराहरू आउन्। म यहाँहरुसित आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु। आज दुर्भाग्य, अघि उहाँले केही दृश्य बताउनु भयो, गाउँहरू खाली छन्, खेतबारीहरू बाँझो छन्। 3 बाली 4 बाली लाग्ने हाम्रा खेतबारीहरू बाँझै छन्। मलामी जाने मानिसहरू, पुरुष युवाहरू भेटिँदैनन् गाउँमा। आमा दिदी बहिनीहरूले मलामी जानुपर्ने एउटा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण स्थिति छ। यस्तो किन हुँदैछ? यसलाई बदल्न चाहन्छौँ हामी। त्यसको लागि यहाँहरूसितको अपेक्षा के हो भने हामीले गर्नुपर्ने कुराहरू के हुन्, तपाईहरुको आँखाले के देख्नु भएको छ ती चीजहरूलाई एउटा स्ट्रक्चरमा तपाईहरु दिनुस्। त्यसलाई तपाईहरुको तर्फबाट हामीले प्राप्त गरेको ठूलो सहयोगको रूपमा हामी लिनेछौँ। हामीले के भन्यौं भने अहिले राजनीतिक नेतृत्वमा रहने हर कोहीले भन्दै गरेको कुरा के छ एउटा भने समृद्धिको कुरा। तर समृद्धि प्राप्त गर्ने कुराहरू के हुन्, त्यसको ठोस नीति के हो, ठोस योजना के हो, कार्यक्रम के हो र अझ अगाडि बढेर म भन्न चाहन्छु समृद्धि प्राप्ति गर्ने ठोस आचरण के हो, ती राजनीतिक पार्टीहरूको आचरण के हो, सरकारको आचरण के हो यो चीजमा केन्द्रित भएर अब योग्यता अयोग्यताको फैसला गर्नुपर्ने जरुरत छ। हामी पूर्व अनुबन्धित भएर दृष्टिकोणमा बाँधिन सक्दैनौँ। यिनै विषयहरूमा केन्द्रित भएर योग्यता अयोग्यताको फैसला हुनुपर्छ भन्ने चाहन्छौँ। हामीले सोचेको कुरा के हो भने पोलिटिक्सको सही स्केलेटनमा विज्ञताको मांसपेशी भरेर मात्रै समृद्धिको सुन्दर तस्बिर बनाउन सकिन्छ र हामी त्यस्तो समृद्धिको सुन्दर तस्बिर बनाउन चाहन्छौँ। यसमा तपाईहरुको साथ सहयोग हामीले अपेक्षा गरेका छौँ। म यहाँहरूलाई फेरि जोड दिएर भन्न चाहन्छु, साँच्चै विदेशबाट पढेर बढेर कमाई गरेर अनुभव आर्जन गरेर सिकेर आउनुभएका नेपाललाई माया गर्ने, नेपालीलाई माया गर्ने हाम्रा साथीहरू के होस् भन्ने चाहनुहुन्छ, यस हिसाबले प्रस्तुत भइदिनुस्। आउने नीति कार्यक्रम र बजेटमै तपाईहरुका ती प्रस्तावलाई हामी छलफल गर्दै एउटा सकारात्मक ढंगले ग्रहण गर्न सकौं, म त यो आशा गर्दछु। यस हिसाबले काम होस् भनेर तपाईहरु अगाडि ल्याउनुस्। त्यसलाई हामी उच्च महत्त्वका साथ अगाडि बढाउने छौं। म यो सरकारको तर्फबाट प्रतिबद्धता पनि व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। अहिले यहाँहरुको यो फोरममा मैले अरु धेरै कुराहरू भन्नु छैन। हामी एउटा संविधानलाई कार्यान्वयन गर्ने कष्टकर एउटा माइलस्टोन पूरा गरेर अगाडि बढ्दैछौँ। अझै पनि संवैधानिक हिसाबले भन्ने हो भने संक्रमणकाल एक हिसाबले सकियो, तर अझै पनि पोलिटिकली संक्रमणकालका दागहरू, संक्रमणकालका त्यस्ता संकेतहरू अझै पनि देखिन्छन्। हामी जुन चीजलाई स्वीकार गर्न सक्दैनौँ। त्यसकारणले यति बेला हाम्रो प्रयत्न संक्रमणकाल अन्त गर्ने र राजनीतिक स्थायित्वलाई हामीले सुनिश्चित गर्ने र नीति कार्यक्रम योजनाको आधारमा योग्यता अयोग्यताको फैसला गर्ने एउटा नर्मल प्रक्रियाबाट अगाडि जानको लागि हामी सबै लाग्नुपर्छ। त्यसैको लागि सहयोग पुर्याउनुपर्छ। तपाईहरु संगठित हुनुभयो, मैले अघि पनि अलिकति भनेको थिएँ। राम्रो काम थालनी गर्नु त्यति ठुलो कुरा होइन, तर राम्रो कामले निरन्तरता पाउँछ कि पाउँदैन, प्रश्न यो हो। तपाईहरुले जे सपना देखेर थाल्नु भएको छ यसले निरन्तरता पाओस्, देश विकासको अभियानमा यसले सहयोग पुर्याओस् र जो दे जो देश र देशको स्थितिबाट एउटा निराश भएर विदेशिनु परेको छ जसले त्यो स्थिति अन्त होस्, हामी त्यही अन्त गर्न चाहन्छौँ र त्यो हाम्रो सोचाइ, हाम्रो योजना, हाम्रो विचारमा तपाईहरुका कामहरूले सहयोग पुर्याउनेछन्। म यही आशा र विश्वास व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। तपाईहरुले प्रारम्भ गर्नुभएको छ, यो प्रारम्भले निरन्तरता पाओस्, म हार्दिक शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्छु। मलाई मौका दिनुभयो, त्यसको लागि आयोजक साथीहरूलाई धन्यवाद भन्दै बिदा हुन्छु। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the technical error. May I now request Mr. Anil Pradhan, Chief Executive Officer, Mind Nepal, and founding member of Foreign, to step on the stage to share his experience. Sir, could you kindly step forward?
Thank you, Osin. Good afternoon, namaskar. Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Ishwar Pokhrel, Honorable Ministers, Senior Bureaucrats, Honorable Ambassadors and Honorary Consul Generals, industry, education experts, professionals, celebrities, foreign returned Nepalese, and obviously my fine Chief Operating Officer Susan Ariel, our regional office team, Sarad Bhatia, and all the team members of Mind Nepal, plus our advisors and founding members of Foreign, and our chief visionary, Dr. Gangalal Tuladhar. Sir, you have given birth to this noble mission of uniting Nepalese globally and bringing this, expediting this process of reverse brain drain. And obviously you have motivated us to the level which has, made this day as well as the coming days of Foreign possible. Thank you, sir. And obviously all the Nepalese people who are watching us live today through our social media live broadcasts. And, obviously they have been waiting for this day and this moment, all the way from US, Canada to Australia, New Zealand, and UK, Europe, all the way down to, all the way to Japan. For all of you also, I, Anil Pradhan, Chief Executive Officer, Mind Nepal, and the founding member of Foreign, would like to welcome and sincerely express my gratitude for all of you, taking time out of your extremely busy schedule and, helping us make this event historic and make it successful. Thank you once again. Obviously, I would be speaking a little bit about experiences. After completing my school from St. Xavier's School, Jawlak Hill, very, very long time ago, about 19 years, I left Nepal. And I had my American high school diploma from outside, undergraduate from India, master's degree from United Kingdom, and then almost 18 odd years of international professional experiences in 15 different countries. My journey began from a beautiful country, the United Arab Emirates, and then Qatar, then India, United Kingdom, Hong Kong, China, Macau, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and other Asian countries. And all these years, I if I have to be very honest, all these years, I was having a very less positive view about Nepal, especially about the opportunity lying here in Nepal. I would confirm the notion of majority of the people living abroad, that there is very less opportunity here in Nepal, and it's too frustrating to come back to Nepal compared to living abroad where life is relatively convenient and organized. And I would be very honest, I would agree on that, my apology for that. But year 2015 earthquake was a turning point for me. And again, the least I was back home to convince my parents to go back with me. So when I came back here this time, I was here for a little longer gap, and I said, this is a good opportunity to find out about this market. So as I explored, I was absolutely amazed by the gravity of opportunities we have here in this country. Just beneath the layer of problems and frustrations, there lies abundance of opportunities. That's what I felt. And I was not alone. I came across hundreds of other Nepalese, especially foreign returned Nepalese, who were once in different parts of the world, but they came back and they made big. They accomplished great, and they have been contributing great to the society, creating thousands of jobs. And that motivated me too, to stay back and perhaps give it a shot, despite of all the challenges whatsoever. Now, with your permission, I would like to share this video. I would like to take help of my team member while he, fixed the video. And especially permission from His Excellency Saeed bin Al Naqvi, Ambassador to the United Arab Emirates. I was there in your beautiful country, sir, about almost 18 odd years. I started my international journey from there. 15 years ago, that place was different. I mean, all the major projects, Burj Khalifa, World, Palm Jumeirah, this downtown Dubai, nothing were there. They were all in just a development stage, concept stage. Even the Dubai Metro, Dubai railway station for that matter, railway system, that was also in a concept stage. And this video, thanks to the Dubai Motion Films, who put this video in 2015, I hope the system's working correctly. Sorry, I'll just pause it here. Now, we are at the best of the best venue in the country, and these are all the things we have to go through. But anyways, we'll have that video played on later. But the reason why I was willing to share this video with all of you highly respected and accomplished people is that in Dubai, there are 300,000 Nepalese living and working. 300,000 Nepalese. And the source is uaemigration.eu, thanks to them as well. I would not be wrong if I say that all those Nepalese brothers there, they are giving their sweat and blood to build that beautiful place, beautiful country. I mean, it is obviously a man-made heaven on earth, obviously. And our Nepalese brothers are also one of the major community who have been contributing a lot for that, for that economy. I mean, when I was in, when I was in the marketing department for a British multinational manufacturing company there in Dubai, we had about almost 100-ish factory workers, Nepalese. And, they would deliver this company's product weighing 150 kilograms. 150 kilograms. Two of the Nepalese brothers would hand. Hello? Yeah. So, our apologies again. They would literally carry this 150 kilograms weighing products and deliver these products by two of them, hand carrying, and delivering them up to 75th floor. Two of them, and that too from the staircase. Staircase. And, I could feel their hardship. I could feel their labor. But, we all have a role to play, and they as well. My point of, sharing this is because if I could have shared this video, are we ready for the video? Are we? Yes. Then many more things would have been much more relevant. Right. Now that, Dubai was not like this when I was in Dubai. I would say, more than 70% of the things which we have seen in this video was not there at that time. 15 years. 15. This is 2015 published video. And, it is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I wonder, I mean, obviously, all my friends who are, watching us from Dubai right now, despite of all the technical glitches, obviously they would agree with me. I wonder if our heavenly blessed and naturally beautiful country, Nepal, takes the similar speed of development as that of Dubai that we just saw. I mean, that is a question, for which we all have to try to find the answers within ourselves. Just 15 years. So, I just shared this was very relevant for our purpose, because we saw like how in the first world country, all the people who go abroad, they come back and they contribute back into the economy. They are like, they're more than willing to contribute back. So, on behalf of almost all the Nepalese abroad, I've been lucky to meet many, many Nepalese abroad. On behalf of them, if I have to be very honest and vouch for something, then that would be they all are waiting for our new Nepal to welcome them. All those Nepalese are waiting for our new Nepal to welcome them. They are waiting, still being hopeful and waiting for that day. I mean, and I wonder if only our new Nepal and our, respected leaders can make all those crucial decisions and see ways to invite and welcome all these Nepalese back into our Nepal. If they are welcomed in such a way that they are going to be ready to be valued, to be capitalized of all their experiences, skills, knowledge, their potentials. I mean, we can do wonders. We can do wonders. All the Nepalese, everybody would agree with me on this. So, 2.5 years ago when I arrived here, I was obviously frustrated to some extent. I was here only to persuade my parents. But then I saw the opportunity, I went forward, and I came across many distinguished foreign returned Nepalese. For example, I would like to take the name Mr. Satish Prasad Pradhan here, who's sitting amongst us. He was back to Nepal in 1984 with his engineering degree from Russia. And for 10 years, he worked in government and other companies. And in 1994, he ventured in the aviation business. And today, as the executive chairman of Manang Airlines Private Limited, I mean, he has created thousands of jobs, contributed heavily to the economy. I mean, I look at my brother, Samyam Joshi. I mean, he right after graduating from United Kingdom, he decided to come back home to help his father run his, family business. And I look at him today, he is successfully running 2 manufacturing factories. I mean, he is very happy. All those people who have decided to come back are all very, very happy. So, without further ado, I would like to come to the end of my experience sharing. This platform is for everybody. Everybody, Nepalese who have lived here, like my good old professional friend, Mr. Mahesh Babu Timalsina. He's a founder, CEO of Kangaroo Education. Is running for his ECAN vice president candidacy. I would like to good luck him as well. He never decided to go abroad. He wanted to stay here. He did, and he contributed big. He has achieved big, and there are hundreds of thousands of Nepalese like him also who are doing great here. So for all those people who have come back and contributed great, I would like to say thank you for your boldest decision for coming back. Thank you for your belief in yourself. Thank you for your conviction, your dedication, your hardship and your failure, obviously. That must have taught you a lot. And your success eventually. And thank you to all the Nepalese who are watching us live today. Thank you for all of your presence here. Your presence is so very important for us, and we are taking it as our blessings. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pradhan. We did have a few technical glitches. Apologies for that. But it does happen in Nepal, doesn't it? We've just become very patient towards it, I must say. And if we look at it in the right way, that is definitely a plus point for all of us, the patience. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now moving towards the award recognition ceremony, and to present the award, I would like to invite our chief guest, Honorable Defense Minister Ishwar Pokhrel. Sir, could you kindly step forward? Today with us, we have a scientist by profession, former scientist at then RONAST, Royal Nepal Academy of Science and Technology, now NAST, Nepal Academy of Science and Technology. He holds a PhD from abroad, and he sacrificed government scientist jobs and has become a pioneer in the field of science, education, and higher studies. Most of the scientists, doctors, engineers are produced by his creation at NIST Education Foundation. He has contributed to one of the largest employment creations in the field of education through his 5 institutions. His initiations are providing scholarships worth 1.5 crore per year for needy students of class 11 and 12. He is now celebrating 25 years of educational excellence and is on a mission to donate public educational institutions in all 75 districts in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Madhav Baral, founder, NIST Education Foundation. We would like to felicitate sir with the Larger Impact in Education Award. Thank you, sir. Congratulations. It is a pleasure to have you here. Our next recipient is an inspirational artist who practices what he preaches. He is currently working on an ongoing project called White Butterfly, which is evolving into a powerful symbol of global expressions across countries around the world. His project is evolving into a powerful symbol of global expression, spreading across 40 different countries. He's been awarded with Harvard South Asia Institute, Visitors Artist 2016, and his work has been recognized by medias like Huffington Post and South China Morning Post, among a lot of others. Let the white butterfly spread love, joy, happiness, and simplicity to the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Milan Rai. Foreign is honored to recognize you with the Creative Youth with Global Impact Award. Nation is proud to have you. Thank you for your presence and congratulations. Our next recipient, ladies and gentlemen, is a social entrepreneur and an activist well known in Nepal for his extensive work in rural villages in fields of health, education, and awareness programs by connecting these remote areas through internet using wireless technologies. I remember as a child studying about him. After graduation, he returned to his native village 24 years later after having left there as a child. He recognized the critical need for sustainable education and began to formulate his goals of creating a high school to serve as a model for local education and economic development. Although it takes 7 hours hard climb to reach Nangi, Mahabir's determination to connect his village to the rest of the world, he has succeeded by using wireless internet technology. He has also led the initiative to register Rashtriya Abhiskar Kendra in 2012, widely termed as National Innovation Center in English. Foreign is honored to recognize you with the Noble Cause Award. Nation is proud to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mahabir Pun. Sir, could you kindly step forward? हाम्रो नेक्स्ट रिसिपिएन्ट हामी सबैको फेभरेट हुनुहुन्छ तर केही कारणले गर्दा आज यहाँ आउन सक्नु भएन बट आई रिक्वेस्ट मिस्टर सुजन अरियाल फ्रम foreign to receive the award. Ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the revolutionary bureaucrats who saved our nation from a darkness of almost 18 hours of daily load shedding to literally no load shedding. He's such a bureaucrat who has set benchmark of efficiency for an example of efficient human resources with government of Nepal. His efficiency has definitely motivated the entire bureaucracy and its system. Nepal and Nepalese, we definitely are very, very proud to have him. Please put your hands together for Mr. Kulman Kising. Uहाँ आज आउन सक्नु भएन, but still, please. Sure thing. On behalf of Mr. Kulman Gising, we have 2 words here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kulman Gising, definitely revolutionary bureaucrat. He agreed to get honored and say a few words, share his views for efficiency in bureaucracy as well. But unfortunately, because of some all of a sudden very urgency, he regretted with me. So Kulman sir, this is for you, and definitely I will meet you and give it to you personally. Thank you.
Youth who choose not to go abroad. He is a youth who chose not to go abroad. Instead, at a very young age, made his mark among Nepalese people through social media platform. He started with a humble Facebook page with a vision to spread awareness among Nepalese people living around the world. And with his passion and his dedication, today his quest is famous among all the Nepalese youth as well as Nepalese living abroad. Today, his Facebook page, Routine of Nepal Bandh, he has successfully touched the lives of about 10 lakhs Nepalese living in Nepal as well as abroad. Nation is proud to have you, and Foreign is honored to present this recognition of the Uprising Youth Award to Mr. Victor. उहाँ पनि आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्न. He's gotten busy due to some reasons. So I would like to request a representative from Routine of Nepal Bandh to please step forward. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mr. Victor Paudel, founder, Routine of Nepal Bandh. Thank you, gentlemen. Kindly be seated. Congratulations to all the recipients, and thank you for joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have our expert invitees, and they will be sharing with us a few words today. Moving forward, I would first like to invite one of the most influential figures of Nepal. He's an idol to many young people. He's been inspiring, motivating, and supporting young people of Nepal since many years now. He's been awarded with series of business awards, including Asian Idol 2007, a person who has brought revolution in the banking sector for lending on micro investments and projects. He has made a larger impact by facilitating funding in the creative ideas of youth. Please put your hands together for Mr. Anil Kesari Shah, foreign banking and investment expert. Anil Kesari Shah, he will be talking about potential areas for investment in Nepal and share his perspectives on small and cottage industries.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, amazing organizers of this incredible program, all the participants, friends from the media. First of all, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to say a few words. हाम्रो माननीय रक्षा मन्त्रीज्यूले अहिले एकदम स्पष्ट रूपले राखिदिनु भएको छ। अब कुरा गर्ने टाइम चाहिँ गयो जस्तो छ, अब काम गर्ने टाइम चाहिँ आयो। जुन चाहिँ भिडियो हामीले दुबईको हेर्यौं, त्यो दुबईको भिडियोमा त्यत्रो राम्रो राम्रो इमारतहरू बनेको छ। Those beautiful buildings, those highways, those malls, many of them, if not all of them, were built to a large extent by people from Nepal. हामी कहिलेकाहीँ नेपालीहरू यहाँ बसेर चाहिँ भन्छौँ हामीले के गर्न सक्छौँ र यो सतीले सरापेको देश हो, nothing can happen in Nepal. But I have the good fortune of traveling here, there, around the world, and when I go to the Middle East, the Far East, even to the darkest depths of Africa, I find Nepalese working very hard and earning a name for themselves, a very good name for themselves. पसिना बगाएर उहाँहरूले संसारको सबभन्दा ठुलो इमारतहरू बनाइराख्नु भएको छ भनेदेखि एकदम राम्रो फ्याक्ट्रीहरूमा काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ। पसिना बगाउनु त हामी सक्दो रहेछौँ नि। And when I travel to Australia, America or Europe, I meet Nepalese youth who are doctors, engineers, politicians, bureaucrats who are excelling in their fields, and they all come up to me and say, Anil Dai, what are you doing here? What's happening? And I have a little chat with them. And I'm so proud. भनेपछि हामी बुद्धि पनि त चलाउन सक्ने रहेछौँ नि। बुद्धि पनि चलाउन सक्ने, पसिना पनि बगाउन सक्ने नेपालीहरूले संसारको कुना-कुनामा गएर नाम पनि कमाएको छ, दाम पनि कमाएको छ। तर त्रिभुवन अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थलबाट उत्रेपछि अनि हामीलाई के हुन्छ त? What happens to us here? And that is where I think I want to start off from what our Honorable Defense Minister said. The environment that is required for Nepalese to excel did not exist in Nepal. We went through tremendous transformation. We went through political transformation, we went through social transformation, we went through ethnic transformation, cultural transformation, all sorts of transformation, and came up with our new constitution, which made us the Federal Republic of Nepal. Now every transformation that we had to go through has happened. Now there is but one transformation that is left, and that is economic transformation. And that is the transformation that I think today's program is about, and what all of us are striving to do, is economic transformation. And that is the transformation that touches the lives of each and every Nepali, whether you're here, Prant 1 dekhi Prant 7 samma, or you're anywhere from Doha to Dubai to New York to Sydney. It doesn't matter where you are, but we are all waiting for that economic transformation to happen. And I would like to say that now we need to stop waiting. We have a government that is a majority government that is committed to economic transformation at all steps. It is time for us to start working and stop waiting. यो नेपालको रूपान्तरण आर्थिक रूपान्तरण गर्छ भनेदेखि अरूले आएर गर्दिदैन, गर्ने हामीले नै हो। र जो परवासी नेपालीहरू हुनुहुन्छ, जो संसारको कुना-कुनामा हुनुहुन्छ र विचार गरिराख्नु भएको छ म नेपाल गएर गर्ने के त? I would like to tell you now, Nepal is now divided into 7 states. Each of the provinces has a chief minister, finance minister, minister of economic affairs, and they are right now charting their own paths towards economic prosperity. Some find hydro, some find agriculture, some find it in tourism, some find it in manufacturing. But it is not one government, but now 7 governments which are much more focused on the core economic competencies of that region that are trying to work out a path to reach that economic prosperity. I am more convinced than ever that the path that they will draw will be more closer to what we can actually achieve, what we can actually do. पसिना बगाएर बुद्धि चलाएर संसार बनाएको छौं भनेदेखि अब हाम्रै नेताहरूले पनि हाम्रो पसिना बगाएर बुद्धि चलाएर हाम्रो प्रान्त कसरी बनाउन सक्छ भनेर उहाँले एउटा वातावरण बनाइदिनुहुन्छ, सिर्फ एउटा वातावरण बनाइदिनुहुन्छ। त्यो वातावरणमा काम गर्न हामी जो नेपाली विदेशमा पढेर नेपाल फर्केर वर्षौं काम गरिरहेछौं या कहिले पनि विदेश नगएर नेपालमै काम गरिरहेछौं, हामी त लागि नै रहेको छौं। अब यो मौका आएको छ जब यहाँहरू जसले चाहिँ सिर्फ पैसा मात्रै हैन, हामी विदेशमा भएको नेपालीको सिर्फ डलर देख्छौं, युरो देख्छौं, दिरहम देख्छौं। It is not only the money that we need, it is your skills. It is what you have learned, whether you have been in the Middle East or the Far East, Australia, America or Europe. We need those skills, those benchmarks, those internationally high benchmarks of whether you are working in a hotel or building a bridge, whether you are working in a hospital or in a bank. We want you to come back not only with your capital, but with those skills. It is those skills and our experience of having worked in Nepal for decades, if we can merge those, if we can dovetail those, then you see the miracle of Dubai, you see the miracle of Qatar, you see the miracle of Malaysia. Now it is the time for the miracle of Nepal. We in the banking sector are very focused to provide whatever capital is required to make that miracle a reality. We are committed to work with the provincial governments to whatever economic development goals and objectives that they state to make those a reality. But again, just like the political leaders provide an environment, the banking sector, the financial sector just provides capital. यहाँहरूले पसिना बगाउनु हामी चाहन्छौं, बुद्धि हामी चलाउन चाहन्छौं, नेपालमै आएर गर्न चाहन्छौं भनेर नभन्नु भयो भनेदेखि जति राम्रो वातावरण भए पनि, जति हामीले पुँजी बाडे पनि नेपालको विकास हुँदैन. Now is the time when Nepal needs the Nepalese. The Nepalese who were here like me for decades working away, and the Nepalese who for whatever reasons had to go abroad. And जहाँ जानु भएको छ त्यहाँ नाम कमाउनु भएको छ, त्यहाँ दाम कमाउनु भएको छ, त्यहाँ सिप सिक्नु भएको छ. अब समय आएको छ नेपालमै फर्केर त्यो सिप परिचालन गर्नुस्, त्यो क्यापिटल जुन कमाउनु भएको छ त्यसको लगानी गर्नुस्. र सँगसँगै कति राम्रो हामीले हाइवेजहरू बनाएको छौं संसारभरि, कति ठुलो ठुलो इमारत बनाएको छौं, कति राम्रो फ्याक्ट्रीमा हामी काम गरेको छौं. अब समय आएको छ प्रान्त 1 होस्, 2, 3, 4 होस्, 5 कर्णाली होस् या 7 होस्, सबै प्रान्तमा आएर जुन प्रान्तबाट जानु भएको छ त्यही प्रान्तमा आएर आफ्नो देश मात्र हैन, आफ्नो ठाउँ मात्र हैन, आफ्नो गाउँ पनि विकास गर्ने त्यो संरचना अब नेपालमा बनेको छ जस्तो लाग्छ. गाह्रो छ काम गर्नु नेपालमा, गाह्रो छ नि. तपाईले देख्नुभयो होला कतिचोटी बत्ती गयो 5 तारे होटलमा. तर के सजिलो छ त दुबईमा काम गर्न, मलेसियामा काम गर्न? सजिलो छ त टेक्सासमा काम गर्न, सिडनीमा काम गर्न? त्यहाँ पनि आफ्नै चुनौतीहरू छ नि. It is not only difficult to work in Nepal, it is difficult to work everywhere. The difficulties are different. तर यहाँ काम गर्नु भयो भने जति कठिनाई आए पनि, no matter how difficult it is, you know you're doing it for your mother, for your motherland, and whatever little I have been able to contribute back, whatever little you will be able to contribute back, it will be towards making this a better place for my daughter, your sons, and the generations that follow. Saying that, I would like to request everyone to look at what is your competency, what is it that you can do? Have you been working in restaurants, as an electrician, as a banker? And what is it that I can do with these skills that I have learned back in Nepal? And then look at where is it that Nepal requires these skills. If you've been working in hydro in Brazil or Canada, maybe you want to look at Karnali and Prant number 7 where big projects are coming in hydro. Maybe you want to see how you can fit back into our economy. If you have been working in housekeeping in a hotel like this, somewhere outside, or you've been working as an electrician somewhere, it is time for you to look and say, हैन मेरो गाउँमा आएर पनि म त एउटा सानो चिया पसल खोल्न सक्छु होला. त्यो मेरो गाउँको सबभन्दा राम्रो चिया पसल हुन्छ होला किनभने मैले यति राम्रो सिप सिकेको छु यहाँ. म मेरो शहरमै गएर एउटा चाहिँ बिजुलीको काम गर्न सक्छु होला, एउटा प्लम्बिङको काम गर्न सक्छु होला. या इजरायलमा तपाईले कृषिको काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ, ड्रिप एग्रिकल्चर सिकिराख्नु भएको छ भने त्यो आएर तपाईले यहाँको गाउँमा गरिदिनु भयो भने हाम्रो टमाटो पनि यत्रो यत्रो होला. हाम्रो गाईले पनि लिटरमा लिटर दुध दिन सक्छ होला तपाईको सिपले गरेर. The financial sector is ready to support you. The political sector is ready to support you. The question is, are you ready to come back and support your country? Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite His Excellency Peter Graham Budd, Ambassador of Australia, to share his ideas on possible areas for contribution on development of Nepal. Can we please welcome him with a huge round of applause? Your Excellency, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Look, thank you very much for inviting me here today, and I'd like to express my appreciation to all the speakers that have gone before, and what I feel is a very extremely worthwhile initiative, and a very opportune time too, given the recently changed political circumstances, the transition that we're witnessing as Nepal heads towards federalism, and the real opportunity for that connection between Nepali politics and Nepali people and the various constituencies there, whether it be business or the broader population. In terms of the Australian context, much has been said about Australia being an attractive destination for Nepalis to live, to work, to study. The Nepal Non-Resident Association in Australia estimates that there's more than 100,000 Nepalis currently living in Australia, and that there are now more than 30,000 Nepalis studying in Australia. And part of that, or behind that, I presume, is in terms of Nepali students, that attraction of an Australian qualification that's internationally transferable, and also I suppose a visa regime that enables students to support themselves while they work or while they study in Australia, but also to work for 2 years upon completion of their studies, which our hope is that they can then take that Australian qualification and those 2 years of work experience and then contribute back here with their qualification and their work experience, which will make them more attractive to employers, or provide them that know-how to be able to start their own business here in Nepal. Now, of those, there's always a certain percentage of Nepalis who decide that they want to actually stay in Australia, and that obviously feeds into conversations about Australia's contribution to Nepali brain drain. Though with 100,000 Nepalis living in Australia, I mean, that needs to be seen in the context of the 190,000 new migrants that Australia welcomes to Australia every year. Australia is a land of migration. Migration has underpinned our economic growth. It's underpinned our population growth. But Nepal is supporting Australia's growth, and we hope that in return we can also support Nepal's development as well. But the Nepali brain drain discussion, it's a useful one to have, but that conversation must be prepared to look genuinely at the factors driving Nepali migration, within which there are both push and pull factors. In the Australian context, for the attraction of Australia to Nepalis, the growing sense of community is one. The fact that we have a growing Nepali community within Australia is potentially a driver for further Nepali migration. The Nepali personality is probably also very well disposed to assimilating into Australian society. Our shared ethnic and cultural diversity, our love of good food and music, our shared appreciation of the great outdoors and the environment. Nepalis assimilate well into Australian society. However, the large pull factor, no doubt, is the economic opportunity. Australia has enjoyed 27 years of uninterrupted economic growth, the longest period of economic growth of any developed country, and largely derived from Australia's commitment to an open and inclusive economy and an open rules-based trading system. Our open trading systems have proven to be most effective in delivering sustained and inclusive economic growth and poverty reduction, which potentially is a lesson for Nepal going forward. Australia's open economy improves our competitiveness, generates more and better paying jobs, gives us access to new ideas and technology, supplements our pool of domestic savings, and lowers prices for consumers. But to get there during the 1970s and 1980s, some very difficult political decisions had to be made along the way. And they included to abolish nearly all tariffs and quotas, to end subsidies to inefficient industries, to privatise most SOEs, and to institute a range of pro-competitive, pro-business regulations. Australia's path to reform was not easy, and we therefore recognise some of the challenges for Nepal. This brings us to the push factors. If people in this room were asked to consider some of the push factors for Nepalese to leave for Australia and elsewhere, no doubt some of the factors would be cultural, and there are very strong migration traditions here in Nepal. Underpinning this would be also perceived absence of economic opportunity, something that's been already raised. And whether through absence of infrastructure, access to finance, stifling regulatory environments, or corruption are feeding some of those push factors. On the extremely positive side, the messaging from the new government has been very positive. Policies focused on jobs creation, private sector engagement, investment enabling environment, attraction of direct foreign investment, improving regional trade, national infrastructure development, and an anti-corruption drive. Now, all of these offer promise of expanding opportunities for Nepalese, both living here and those currently overseas who potentially could return. Underpinning this policy statement from the government is the promise of political stability that will enable sustained policy development and advocacy for the win-win opportunities of economic reforms in an environment where vested interests have typically focused on protecting their pieces of the pie rather than focusing on making that pie bigger. It's in our mutual interests to make sure that we grow the pie and increase everyone's share of the larger pie. Political stability in Nepal presents the opportunity for evidence-based and proven policies that those countries more open to trade grow faster and have been more successful in reducing poverty. The prospect for improved economic growth and national development occurs where trade liberalisation measures to leverage technological progress are accompanied by competitive and inclusive regulatory policies. So Nepal has the opportunity of 5 years of potential political stability to actually really put some meat on the bones of policies that are going to drive investment and trade and national development well into the future. So what is Australia doing? We are focused in addressing some of the issues facing Nepal's development. Through education, we have our awards program where we offer master's courses to Nepalese with the expectation that they'll return and use those qualifications and skills that they've learnt. In terms of encouraging their return, our award system actually requires them to return to Nepal. And having returned to Nepal too, we are supporting an alumni network so that they feel supported and also providing them a platform where they can look at some of the issues facing Nepal and can feel that they are actively contributing to that. So we've had alumni groups that have organised women in leadership discussions, water resources management discussions. So applying directly what they have returned to Nepal with the qualifications they have to feel that their voice can provide a constructive support to Nepal's development going forward. In the livelihood space, we've had a long-standing micro-entrepreneur development program that's created 130,000 jobs over the last 10 to 15 years. We're currently in the process of transitioning our MEDEP program to the government system so the government can carry on that work. And in the interim, we're now looking at what we next can do in the livelihood space. Ways in which we can look at the small to medium enterprise sector, knowing that that will be a key engine to driving growth into the future. That's going to require further engagement from us with both the government and the private sector, and that recognises that donors and development assistance can only do so much. It's only when you engage the private sector that you're really going to get that drive and momentum. We're also doing or supporting through the Asia Foundation some subnational governance programs and analysis work. Last week we launched the Nepali National Survey, which is going to be an annual survey, and the idea behind that is to, at this very first step in the transition to federalism, what are some of the issues, what are some of the challenges, what are the people feeling, where do they see the priorities going forward? And we can, from year on year, start to map that, which will provide donors, the government, businesses, some really useful information in terms of, okay, how do we support Nepal's national development going forward? We work with a range of partners in that space, that nexus between water management, food security and development of agriculture and energy, to support the development of sustainable practices across all those areas, and in recognition that our aspirations should be to rebuild an agricultural sector that was once the food basket of the region, and see whether we can encourage development of that sector again, to improve the balance of trade and to ensure that we make rural communities that are not only going to survive but also thrive going forward and support those rural communities. We're also working with NGOs, non-government organisations. I was having a conversation last night with Dr. Sandra Ruitt. Again, that's an example of an NGO, the Tilgunga Hospital, with the Fred Hollows Foundation, that has now filled a very important niche in terms of eye care, and highlights that there is scope for the government to work with NGOs going forward to fill some of those capability gaps that still exist. Now, Australia will never be Nepal's largest donor, which is why we focus very much on partnership. And we hope that our work to support the government's priority of creating a firm foundation for Nepal's national development, the promise of economic opportunities underpinned by sustained and evidence-based policy making and budget commitment from the government, will begin to encourage Nepalis back to Nepal. Our experience with Nepalis in Australia is that they are great students at our institutions, and they are great workers, and they are wonderful entrepreneurs. So our hope is that working with business and the government, that we can start encouraging those Nepalis to return and contribute to the development of this wonderful country. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, now please help me invite His Excellency Saeed Hamdan Al Naqvi, Ambassador of UAE for Nepal, to share his ideas. He will talk about the possible areas for contribution on development of Nepal, UAE return, Nepalese perspective.
Good morning to all of you. It's afternoon now, so म सुजाता as a UAE Embassy को राजदूत Excellency Saeed Al Naqvi को सट्टामा प्रतिनिधित्व गरेर उहाँको नाममा बोल्न जाँदैछु। प्रथमतः माई नेपाललाई धेरै धन्यवाद हामीलाई यहाँ बोलाउनु भएकोमा र UAE Embassy को तर्फबाट फरेनसँग नेपालीहरू जुन नेपालमा फर्किनु भएको छ उहाँहरूले देशको विकास र उपलब्धिको लागि धेरै गर्नुहुन्छ भन्ने हाम्रो इच्छा छ। दोस्रोमा नेपाल र एमिरेट्स बीच पुरानो द्विपक्षीय सम्बन्ध छ जसले गर्दा युएईमा नेपालीहरू हरेक दिन बढ्दै गइरहेको छ। युएईले 2018 मा हरेक क्षेत्रमा व्यवसायीदेखि लिएर कर्मचारीहरू देख्न थालेका छौँ र हामीले आफ्नो एम्बेसीको तर्फबाट पनि इन्भेस्टर्सहरूलाई नेपालमा लगानी गर्नलाई ठाउँ दिने योजना गर्दै आइरहेको छौँ। युएईमा भएका नेपाली दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूले आफ्नो पुरा क्षमता लगाई अनुभवहरू बटुल्नुहुन्छ जसलाई फरेनले अहिले आफ्नो सकारात्मक अनुभवहरू आफ्नै देशमा फिर्ता ल्याई लागू गर्ने प्लेटफर्म दिएको छ। फरेनले नेपाली फर्किएका यता आएर रोजगार हुन चाहनेहरूलाई आशा दिनुहुन्छ भने हाम्रो ठुलो उ छ। हामी सधैँ भन्ने गर्छौँ नेपालमा धेरै अपर्च्युनिटिजहरू छन्, मात्र कसरी र कहाँबाट सुरु गर्ने भन्ने प्रश्न छ। मभन्दा अगाडि धेरै स्पिकर्सहरूले बोल्नुभयो जसमा उहाँहरूको स्पिच धेरै इन्स्पायरिङ थियो। म पनि 1.5 year ago भर्खरै नेपालमा आएको फरेन रिटर्न नै हो। 4 months ago मैले एम्बेसी जोइन गरेँ र एक्सेलेन्सीको अन्डरमा अहिले इकोनोमिक डिपार्टमेन्ट हेर्दैछु। त्यसको लागि फरेनले अब म जस्तै आउनुभएकोहरूलाई होप होस् एउटा आशा गर्छु म यही नै कुरामा। विदेशमा एक्सपिरियन्स ग्यादर गरेर आउँदा नेपालमा आएर धेरै क्षेत्रहरूमा लागू गर्न मिल्छ। कसैले सानो कसैले ठुलो भन्नेवाला केही पनि हुँदैन। बाहिर गएर आएपछि नेपालमा फर्किएपछि हरेक स्किलको केही न केही यहाँ युज भइरहेको हुन्छ। जस्तै तपाईँ बाहिर बस्नुहुन्छ, तपाईँको स्वतन्त्रता हुन्छ, तपाईँ ट्राभल गर्ने, तपाईँको लिभिङ अरेन्जमेन्ट, तपाईँको वर्क ह्याबिटको सबै स्वतन्त्रता हुन्छ। त्यसको लागि तपाईँले यहाँ युज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। जस्तै विदेशमा धेरै आन्तरिक वर्क डाइनामिक्सहरू धेरै डिफ्रेन्ट हुन्छ। नेपालमा हामीले अर्कै तरिकाले काम गर्छौँ। स्टडिजमा हामीले नेपालमा कसरी स्टडी एकाडेमिक्समा हाम्रो एउटा तरिकाले पढाइरहेको हुन्छ, तर वेन वी गो इनसाइड द इन्डस्ट्री एकदम डिफ्रेन्ट तरिकाले हुन्छ र त्यो वर्क डाइनामिक्सहरू बाहिर र यहाँकोमा धेरै भिन्नता भएको भएर बाहिर जता तपाईँले जसरी काम गरेर आउनुहुन्छ त्यो यहाँ ल्याएर लागू गर्न मिल्छ। फरेन ल्याङ्ग्वेज सिक्नुहुन्छ, रसिया जानुभयो भने रसियन, युरोप जानुभयो भने फ्रेन्च, स्पेनिस, युए जानुभयो भने अरबिक, एभ्रिथिङ इज युज हियर, राइट। अनि विभिन्न देशमा त्यहाँको मानिसहरू, त्यहाँको ट्रेडिसन, कल्चर्स, कस्टम्सहरूले तपाईँले त्यो पनि इम्प्लाइ गरेर यहाँ आउँदाखेरि एभ्री टाइम यु मिट समबडी सबैको बारेमा थाहा हुन्छ you've got so many of these options भनेर। र यी सबै ज्ञानहरू त्यति बेलामा मात्र काम आउँछ जब तपाईँ आफ्नो देशको राम्रोको विश्वास गरी एकजुट भएर लागि पर्नुहुन्छ। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच।
Thank you very much. She was here on behalf of the Ambassador of UAE. I would now like to invite the individual who has more than 4 decades of experience as an architect, teacher and educationist, as well as national and international consultant, Dean of Institution of Engineering, IOE, Tribhuvan University, the founder, principal of St. Xavier's College, founder, chairperson of Nepal Education Foundation and Xavier Academy, Secretary General of Nepal Engineers Association, that is from 1985 to 1991, Secretary General of Federation of Institutions of South and Central Asia, President of the Society of Nepalese Architects. Please put your hands together for Professor Dr. Sriram Bhagat Mathe. Professor Mathe was appointed as the advisor to the Ministry of Labor and Vocational Training, Royal Government of Cambodia, with the honorary rank of Under Secretary of State and honorable title of Excellency through a royal decree signed by the King of Cambodia.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to say that I'm really honored and privileged to be standing in front of all of you. And I would like to thank former Education Minister, Dr. Gangalal Tuladar, the excellencies who have just left. I think there's been a long program, and quite a lot of our participants also have left. But in any case, I still like to recognize the patience of all the senior officials, respectable personalities, and all the participants who are still hanging around to listen to the last few speakers. Coming at the end is always a difficult task because a lot of important things have already been said by previous speakers. I have been given a short time, and I will try to make sure that I will not test your patience by giving a long speech. I'll try to limit myself to 7-8 minutes, and the topic that I've been given, of course, is the involvement of the private sector in education in the context of nation building. I just like to say basically that I'm very proud to be standing in front of you because I'm also a foreign returned Nepalese. You know, the state, the country of Nepal has invested heavily in my education because I got a Colombo Plan scholarship and did my undergraduate in India. Then also the country invested in my undertaking PhD in UK. And after doing my PhD, I returned to Nepal because the love of the country pulled me back. I'm also very happy to inform all the Nepalese who are watching this live broadcast and who are staying abroad and looking for opportunity to come back. I was very fortunate to have 2 children who studied in Australia, and both of them returned to Nepal. So I think I may be in a minority when I say that I'm one of those very fortunate parents whose children are with the parents here in Nepal itself, which is unlike many parents whose children have gone abroad and really settled abroad. The main topic of my speech is education, and then I would like to focus on quality education. And I think this fits in very well with what has been said by the previous speakers. And I would really like to refer to what the Defense Minister said, that now the country is looking for a really long-term transformation, and economic transformation, stability, etc. And Anilisa ji also mentioned about the many opportunities that exist here, and that we have gone through many, many transformations. What is now important is economic transformation. I subscribe to the maxim that economic transformation is not possible without really quality education and the production of really qualified human resources. Qualified human resources who have the knowledge, the right set of skills, and even more important, the attitude. Because at the end of the day, what is important is all these 3 important elements. Knowledge, but even if you lack knowledge, I think once you get into your career move and get employed somewhere, you will be able to supplement that lack of knowledge. Skills. The colleges probably don't give you the right set of skills, but what the college should give you, schools and colleges should give you, is those critical thinking skills and the communication skills, so that you can adapt and cope with all the challenges that come your way. And thirdly is the attitude. I think this is where employers are very concerned about, because you may have knowledge, you may have the skills, but if you don't have the right attitude, then I think every employee will be very hesitant to employ you. So, again, economic transformation is not going to happen, or more importantly, the long-term economic transformation is not going to happen without quality education. And I then recall a statement by the previous chairman and president of Shell company, Monroe Spate, who basically stated that if there's any one tangible difference between a developed country and developing country. He was asking, is it natural resources? So he had a lot of other parameters. And he came to the conclusion that the one most important factor differentiating developed and developing countries is the quantity and the quality of education. And when you say education, good education. Because it is education that will develop the human resources which are so much very necessary for nation building. Now, coming to the question of the contribution of the private sector, and I was just going through some of the statistics. We have about 835 million, 8.35 million students in the school system, out of which 1.68 million, or almost 20% of the students, are enrolled in private schools. In terms of the higher secondary level, the percentage of enrollment in private schools is 27%. There are, in the higher education sector, there are more than 1,400 campuses, and of these 1,400 campuses which enroll about 361,000 students, we find that 98 constituent campuses enroll about 33.7%, 532 community colleges enroll about 30.7%, and 777 private colleges enroll almost 35.71%. Well, this is just statistics in terms of enrollment. Let's look at the pass rate and the performance. We'll find that throughout the school system, the attrition rate from class 1 to class 12 is very, very high. And it is even more so in public school system, whereas the attrition rate is lower in private schools. In terms of exam results, you will notice again that the results of the public school system in general, excepting some very outstanding public schools, there are some very outstanding public community schools which perform very well. The performance is also much to be desired, whereas the performance in the private sector schools is quite good. The UNESCO study in 2008 found out that absenteeism in public school is as high as 20%, whereas absenteeism in private school is much lower. Again, in terms of investment, the state has really invested in the public system. The teachers are some of the best trained teachers in terms of the amount of training that they have undergone. The public system has got really good trained teachers, but then it does not translate into quality performance. So from the statistics that I've given, it is very, very clear that the private sector has played a very significant role in contributing to not only imparting quality education, but also developing the human resources necessary for nation building. But I'm very surprised. You know, I spent about 20 years in the public sector. When I say public sector, in the Institute of Engineering, holding various positions. But I also spent 20 years in the private sector, you know, starting St. Xavier's College, Xavier Academy, and now managing our institutions. So I have both this perspective of public and private education. And also, I have had the good fortune of also spending 18 plus years in different countries. So I have this international perspective. And when I look at my whole total experience, I have to say that the government has to allocate adequate resources to improve the public school system and college system. The reason the public system is not performing well is that there's just too many problems. I think one important question is, who are they accountable to? Who are they accountable to? Because the government doesn't have a very strong monitoring mechanism to see how the schools are performing. It is not setting performance targets and also assessing whether these targets are met. But in the private sector, at least they are accountable to the parents and the students. They have to justify the fees they are taking. Of course, there are some private schools which are charging very exorbitant fees and are not providing quality services. And I think it's because of this few, in fact, I won't say few, there are quite a lot. It is because of these schools that the private sector is getting a very bad name, and there is a segment of educationists, as well as, I would say, anti-private educationists, as well as the media, which is really, really going after private education, forgetting the fact that the private sector is contributing because there was a gap. And the gap was created because of the dysfunctional public school system. You see, and this is how market economics works. If there is a gap, something has to come and fill it. So I'm basically saying that we should not be having an argument of public versus private. I think the argument should focus on imparting quality education. The debate should focus on trying to improve the public school system and the public colleges, which are really, really politicized. The appointments are made not on merit, but on political connections, etc. And there is a lot of politics in higher education college system, student politics, teacher politics, admin staff politics. All these need to be really addressed. And if the public system improves and really imparts quality education, then it is just natural that it will be the public school system, the public colleges will be the first choice for parents and students, because who will be fool enough to go to a very expensive private school when you are getting very good quality education in the public system and it is very affordable? So I think the debate is not about public and private, even though we do hear now and then in the media that there are all these unreasonable proposals floating around that, the private schools and colleges they should charge the same fees, they cannot increase the fees every year. And I mean, for an education, I find that very difficult to understand. Quality has a cost. It's like saying that I should be able to go to the market and buy a Ferrari or a cheap model at the same price, and the price tag should not increase for 3 years. Is that reasonable? It's not reasonable at all. So I think we should really focus on the main problem, and the main problem is that the public system is not functioning well, and the government has to allocate adequate resources. The resource allocation has gone down from 17-18% per annum to now 9%. I think it has to be increased to 20%. We have to have a plan, even if it's a 10-year plan, to say that in 10-year times, we will really make the public school system and college system in Nepal one of the best in Asia. And if that happens, then I think, only the good private schools which can compete with the good public schools will exist. The other private schools will just die a natural death. So I don't want to taste your patience. As I said, I'm just going to give a short speech. I'm very passionate about education. This is where I've spent my 43 years plus. I'm still in the education business, in the sense, I won't say business, service, education service, trying to impart quality education in whichever college I'm chairman of. And I really believe that if the government set its priority right and said that we are really going to focus on improving the public system, then I think this debate about public versus private is going to be a moot issue. And again, this whole idea about trying to say that all international programs in schools have to be stopped, I think we should not be making unreasonable demands and taking unreasonable action. Again, as I said, there's always a place for healthy competition, and I would like to emphasize a country, Nepal, to be offering a really good public education, really good private education, and also blended public-private partnership models, so that we, Nepalese, can be entertaining students from the South Asian region and beyond. How do I see Nepal in future? I would like to see Nepal as a very developed and prosperous country, true quality education, and international education hub. It is really a pity that almost 50,000 students took no objection letter to go and study abroad. And that does not include about 25,000 to 30,000 students who go to India to study. at least the private education system is trying to stem that outflow of students. It is conserving valuable foreign currency. And I think we should need to look at this contribution of the private sector in that whole light, in the constitutional framework of the whole country's development, and really pat the private sector for the work well done. And those private schools that are not performing, I think they have to be monitored very strictly, and if necessary, they should be closed down. So I like to again make a pitch to all those people who probably are watching from outside of Nepal, that Nepal is definitely a land of opportunities. There are many people here in this hall, many people who are not in this hall, who have come back and made Nepal very proud. I think we now have a very stable government. This is the right time, and the government is shown that it is very, very committed to bring about stability and prosperity. I think it is now time for you people who are staying abroad and enjoying the comfort of foreign lands to say that, are you willing to take the trouble of coming back to Nepal? And development is a hard process. You are working very hard abroad. If you put the same amount of energy and dedication and commitment to Nepal, I believe that Nepal will be a great country. So again, in end, I would like to basically say that let us not divert our argument debate from the main core, which is really we need to address the dysfunctional public school and college system, and we should recognize the contribution of the private sector, and there has to be a complementarity between the public and the private system to foster really good, healthy competition, so that we provide quality education to produce qualified human resources with knowledge, skills, and attitude to make this country a great country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite Mr. Vishwanath Kadel, hydropower expert, entrepreneur, auditor, and hydropower expert, who sacrificed his government job and initiated microhydro, excuse me, and has successfully executed 3 microhydro projects. He will talk about the necessity of involving in private sector and education for nation building and the developed country perspectives. Sir, could you kindly step forward?
धन्यवाद। मेरो 16 वर्षको नेपाल सरकारको विभिन्न ओदामा बसेर काम गरेको र अहिले यो हाइड्रो सेक्टरमा करिब 2058 सालदेखिबाट लगातार रूपमा यसमा लागिरहेको सम्बन्धमा आजको यो आयोजकबाट स्वतन्त्र ऊर्जा उत्पादकहरूको संस्था हाम्रो र मलाई सहित एउटा आमन्त्रण गरी 2 शब्द बोल्ने जुन यहाँबाट समय दिनुभयो, यसलाई आयोजक संस्थालाई म स्वतन्त्र ऊर्जा उत्पादकहरूको संस्था इपान र त्यसको एडभाइजरी कमिटी समेतबाट धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। समृद्ध देश बनाउनको लागि अहिले नेपालमा गर्नुपर्ने कुराहरू जबसम्म हाम्रो ऊर्जा हुँदैन तबसम्म यो देशले चाहिँ फड्को मार्न सक्दैन। ऊर्जाको कारणले नै यसलाई देश समृद्धि बनाउन सकिन्छ। हामीसित यदि ऊर्जा हुने हो भने गत 72 को चाहिँ भारतसँगको चाहिँ जुन नाकाबन्दी थियो त्यसलाई पनि हामी फेस गर्न सक्थ्यौं। अहिले भइरहेका चाहिँ नेपाल सरकारले जति पनि ऊर्जासँग सम्बन्धमा फेसिलिटी दिइराखेको छ, यसले फरेन डाइरेक्ट इन्भेस्टमेन्टहरू ल्याउनको लागि पनि विभिन्न फेसिलिटीहरू र सुविधाहरू दिइरहेको कुरा चाहिँ म यहाँहरूलाई निवेदन दिन चाहन्छु। यसले अहिलेको अवस्थामा हुने हो भने तपाईलाई हाम्रो ऊर्जा सेक्टरमा लगानी गर्दाखेरिको चाहिँ 10 वर्षसम्म आयकर छुट र 10 वर्षसम्म 100% आयकर छुट र 5 वर्ष चाहिँ फेरि 50% चाहिँ छुट दिने प्रावधान ल्याएको छ। त्यस्तै तपाईले चाहिँ लगानी गरेको चाहिँ जति पनि चाहिँ लगानी गरेको छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ क्यापिटलाइजेसन गरेर चाहिँ आयकरमा छुट दिने व्यवस्था गरेको छ। त्यस्तै किसिममा फरेन डाइरेक्ट इन्भेस्टमेन्टहरुमा तपाईले शेयरमा लगानी गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, डाइरेक्ट रूपमा चाहिँ लोनमा लिएर आउन सक्नुहुन्छ, अथवा कुनै पनि टेक्नोलोजी ट्रान्सफर गर्नको लागि टेक्नोलोजीसँग सम्बन्धित कुनै पनि हुन्छ नि इक्विपमेन्टहरु अथवा जे पनि ल्याउन सक्नुहुन्छ, त्यसलाई कन्भर्ट गरेको छ। त्यस्तै एउटा अझ नेपाल सरकारले अहिलेको कुराकानी गर्ने हो भने एनआरएनहरुलाई जो नेपालमा जन्मे अथवा बाहिर बसेका छन्, जो 240 दिनभन्दा बढी गैर आवासीय नेपाली संस्थाबाट जो उसको प्रमाणित गरेर एउटा लिएर आउने मान्छेहरूको लागि एफटीआई स्वीकृति गर्ने सम्बन्धमा बहुत सरल किसिमबाट चाहिँ लगानी सम्बन्धी नीति पनि नेपाल सरकारले अहिले बनाएको छ, ताकि त्यसको लागि तपाईले चाहिँ अरु देशका नागरिकहरूलाई एफटीआई स्वीकृतिको लागि अनेक किसिमको झमेला परिरहन्छ भने त्यस्ता मान्छेहरूलाई चाहिँ डाइरेक्ट बैंक खातामा खोलेपछि बाहिरबाट आएको पैसालाई राष्ट्र बैंकले स्वतः स्वीकृति दिइरहने प्रावधान पनि गरेको छ। अर्को तर्फ तपाई पार्टमा यसरी आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ एनआरएन साथीहरूले अथवा गैर आवासीय नेपाली नागरिकहरूले डलरमा ल्याउँदाखेरि डलरमा विदेशी मुद्रामा आउँदाखेरि विदेशी मुद्रामा र स्वदेशी रकममा पनि आउँदाखेरि स्वदेशी रकममा पनि दिन सक्ने व्यवस्था चाहिँ अहिलेको अवस्थाले गरेको छ। साथै तपाईको पार्टमा यो डाक्टर भट्टराईजीको चाहिँ पालामा चाहिँ आर्थिक ऐनमै एउटा के व्यवस्था गरिदिएको थियो भने तपाई राष्ट्रिय महत्त्वका पूर्वाधार विकासका आयोजनाहरूमा सहुलियत भनेर राष्ट्रिय महत्त्वका जलविद्युत आयोजना, अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय विमानस्थल, भूमिगत मार्ग तथा सडक रेल मार्ग जस्ता पूर्वाधार विकासका आयोजना तथा ती आयोजनामा 300 भन्दा बढीलाई स्वदेशी रोजगारी दिने आयोजनाहरूको लागि सम्मत 2075 साल चैत मसान्तसम्म गरेको लगानीको आय स्रोत खोजिने छैन भन्ने किसिमको कुरो व्यवस्था थियो। यो व्यवस्था कतिपय कुराहरूमा अझ लगानीकर्ता साथीहरूमा यो किसिमको हुन्छ नि, यो सम्बन्धी जानकारी नभएर पनि कतिपय फन्डहरू नेपालमा आउन सकिरहेको अवस्था थिएन। यो व्यवस्थालाई चाहिँ हाम्रो यो चाहिँ फरेन रिटर्न नेप्लिज फर नेपाल यो संस्थाबाट जुन छ, यसलाई यो चैत 2075 साल चैत मसान्तसम्मको टाइमलाई अझ 2-4 वर्षलाई हुन्छ नि, हामी 4 वर्षको लागि चाहिँ टाइम चाहिँ एक्सटेन्सन गर्नको लागि हाम्रो गंगा सर पनि हुनुहुन्छ, उहाँले चाहिँ पहल गरिदिनु भन्ने चाहिँ गर्दाखेरि अझ बेटर हुन्थ्यो। यसले हुन्छ नि अरु बाहिरबाट ल्याउने साथीहरूले फन्डहरूलाई सहजता पाइन्छ हैन। यसले कुराकानी गर्दा यसले पनि यसलाई अगाडि बढ्नलाई सहज बनाइराखेको छ। यसरी यहाँ विदेशी लगानी ल्याउनको लागि व्यक्तिगत र केही संस्थागत रूपमा पनि यहाँभन्दा अगाडि केही व्यवस्था भए तापनि ठुलो रूपमा बाहिर छरिएको चाहिँ जुन फन्डलाई छ, त्यो फन्डलाई चाहिँ एउटा अभिभावकको चाहिँ आवश्यकता यहाँ महसुस भएको थियो। यो किसिमको कुरामा गंगा सर लगायत यो टिमले जुन चाहिँ यो चाहिँ काम सुरु गरेको छ, यो चाहिँ बहुत प्रोस्पेरिटी र यसले चाहिँ छ नि भोलि देशलाई केही गर्न सक्छ भन्ने हामीलाई लागेको छ। यस काममा हामी स्वतन्त्र ऊर्जा उत्पादक संस्थाको तर्फबाट उहाँहरूलाई गर्नुपर्ने सहयोग सुविधाहरू हामी पनि सधैँ तयारी छौँ र यसमा हाम्रो संस्थामा करिब करिब 165 जना यस्ता हुन्छ नि ऊर्जासँग सम्बन्धित र जसले उत्पादन गरेर आइसकेका छ त्यस्ता संस्थाहरूमा हामी पनि हाम्रो चाहिँ मेम्बरसिप भएको कारणले गर्दा हामी पनि त्यसलाई हुन्छ नि यस्तो किसिमको काममा हामी सहयोग गर्नेछौँ र यहाँलाई हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो ऊ आउँदाखेरि हामी तयारी हुन्छौँ भन्ने संस्थाको तर्फबाट म यहाँलाई पुनः प्रतिबद्धता व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु र यसको चाहिँ सफल कार्य यसको चाहिँ जुन आजबाट सुरुवात गर्नुभएको छ यसले चाहिँ भोलिको दिनमा पनि यसले लामो समय एउटा जाँदाखेरि बाटो क्लियर गरेर सबै किसिमको चाहिँ लङ टर्म इन्भेस्टमेन्ट सर्ट टर्म इन्भेस्टमेन्ट र अनि जसले रिस्क लिन चाहँदैनन् त्यस्ता इन्भेस्टरहरूलाई पनि सम्हालेर एउटा राम्रो वे आउटमा जाओस् भन्ने शुभकामनाका साथ दुई शब्द म यहीँ टुङ्ग्याउँछु। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay back. We're now coming towards the end of today's event. Lastly, I would like to go ahead and invite Ms. Smriti Shrestha, INGO expert in foreign, as she will be sharing with us her take on development of NGOs and INGO sector in Nepal from foreign perspective.
Thank you for the introduction, Oisin. And thank you to Foreign for providing us this platform where you have brought together people from various sectors, experts and influencers from, I think, not just government, but also private sector and non-government sector. I hope I will be able to represent the non-government sector well, including being the only female speaker here. So I hope I will be able to represent everybody well. Thank you so much. म मेरो स्पीच चाहिँ इंग्लिश र नेपाली दुवै मिक्स गरेर भन्छु त्यसमा मलाई पनि बोल्न सजिलो हुन्छ र आइम श्योर तपाई सबैजनाले पनि त्यसरी नै बुझ्नुहुन्छ होला सो प्लिज डोन्ट माइन्ड मैले मिक्स गरेर बोल्यो भने चाहिँ मैले पढाइ पनि आई हैव स्टडीड अब्रॉड and then I started my career from Nepal in the development sector, but in the past 10 years or over 10 years, I've worked in Afghanistan, China, India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, in the INGO sector. And everywhere I've gone, I've actually spoken to a lot of Nepalese who are highly intelligent, extremely qualified, and doing very well in their sector, especially in the INGO sector. And I've always asked, because my sector is also human resources. I specialize in human resources and organizational development. So I'm always asking people, तपाईं चाहिँ नेपाल छोडेर किन काम गर्नु यहाँ काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ कहिलेकाहीँ एकदम कन्फ्लिक्ट जोन्सहरू हुन्छ वर्किङ इन्भाइरोमेन्टहरू एकदम गाह्रो हुन्छ स्पेशली अफगानिस्तानहरूमा भयो सर्टन प्लेसेस इन बङ्गलादेश एन्ड म्यानमारहरूमा भयो अनि उहाँहरूको चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि जहिले पनि रिजन चाहिँ यस नेपालमा अपर्च्युनिटिज छ इनफ्याक्ट डेभलपमेन्टको सेक्टरमा हेर्ने हो भने नेपालमा त्यो देशहरूभन्दा धेरै चाहिन्छ पनि चाहे त्यो बङ्गलादेश होस् हैन आफ्नै देशमा कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्न सबैलाई इच्छा हुन्छ तर उहाँहरूको रिजन चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि नेपालमा त्यही जुन खालको उहाँहरूको इन्टेलेक्चुअल आइडियाजहरू हुन्छ कम्पिटेन्सिजहरू हुन्छ त्यसलाई त्यति भ्याल्यु गरिँदैन तर त्यही कुरा जब एउटा नन नेपाली इन्टरनेसनल और लेट्स से वेस्टर्नर्सहरूले आएर भन्छ त्यो कुरालाई नट ओन्ली रेस्पेक्ट गरिन्छ but also they are paid a lot more. Like minimum, and I work in the human resource sector, I work in the INGO sector, minimum pay gap more than five times unsa. Doing the exact same type of work, having the exact same type of qualification. So that leads to a lot of frustration, and that I think also leads to, among the various reasons, leads to the reason for brain drain. Because you want to be compensated, you want to be valued for your ideas and intellectuals. So त्यो नपाउँदाखेरि पनि opportunity को साथ साथ त्यो खालको कम्पन्सेसनले पनि गरेर चाहिँ ब्रेन ड्रेनको लागि चाहिँ कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्छ भन्ने चाहिँ मलाई लाग्छ र यहाँ उपस्थित हुनुभएको इन्फ्लुएन्सर्सहरू हुनुभयो उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ म त्यही रिक्वेस्ट गर्न चाहन्छु आई हेभ अलवेज बिन एन एडभोकेट फर लोकल एन्ड रिजनल ट्यालेन्ट र तपाईँहरूले पनि बिस्तारै यो कुरा चाहिँ इन्फ्लुएन्स गरेर बिहेभियरल चेन्ज ल्याउनको लागि चाहिँ नेपालीहरू पनि नन क्वालिफाइड छैन हैन त्यो खालको इन्टेलिजेन्सहरू छ तर त्यो खालको चाहिँ तपाईँले जुन फरेनर्सहरूलाई एउटा कम्पन्सेसन दिनुहुन्छ त्यो खालको दे निड टु बी भ्याल्युड एन्ड दे निड टु बी कम्पन्सेटेड इक्वली एन्ड द्याट कुड बी वान अफ द फ्याक्टर्स यु क्यान गेट देम ब्याक यु माइट नट इभन ह्याभ टु पे देम एज मच एज द फरेनर्स तर एटलिस्ट एउटा रेस्पेक्टेबल चाहिँ दिनु भनेर चाहिँ म रिक्वेस्ट गर्छु र यो चाहिँ सानो एउटा बिहेभियरल चेन्ज पनि ल्याउनलाई चाहिँ म रिक्वेस्ट गर्न चाहन्छु हैन सो यो भयो मेरो फर्स्ट पोइन्ट अन हाउ टु रिभर्स दिस ब्रेन ड्रेन हैन त्यसै गरेर अब अरू कुराहरू भन्ने हो भने चाहिँ हाउ वी क्यान युज फरेन एज अ प्लेटफर्म टु गेट देम ब्याक इज यहाँ चाहिँ अब धेरै ट्यालेन्टहरू छ नेपालमै फर्केर आउने काम गर्न खोज्ने धेरैजनाहरू हुनुहुन्छ फरेनमा चाहिँ एउटा प्लेटफर्म जहाँ चाहिँ सबैजना सँगै कतिजना इस्टाब्लिस भइसकेको हुनुहुन्छ कतिजना आउने प्रयासमा हुनुहुन्छ र कतिजना आएर स्टार्ट गर्ने कोसिसमा हुनुहुन्छ डिफ्रेन्ट स्टेजेसमा हुनुहुन्छ नि त र नट जस्ट डिफ्रेन्ट स्टेजेस प्रोफेसनली डिफ्रेन्ट स्टेजेस अफ बिङ ब्याक इन नेपाल बट अल्सो इन टर्म्स अफ डिफ्रेन्ट स्किल सेट्स जस्तै भनौँ न कतिजना कतारहरूमा एउटा स्किल्सको हिसाबमा जानुभएको हुनुहुन्छ भने कतिजना चाहिँ इन्टलेक्चुअली कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्ने खालको लेभलमा हुनुहुन्छ त्यो पनि हामीले सबैजनालाई कम्बाइन गरेर कसले कसैले हेल्प गर्न सक्छ एउटा एडभाइजर लेभलकोले कसरी नयाँ मान्छेहरूलाई ग्रुम गर्न सकिन्छ या नयाँ मान्छेहरूले ओके आई वान्ट टु स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस तर कसरी गर्ने मलाई गभर्मेन्ट प्रोसेस थाहा छैन या बिजनेस कसरी रेजिस्टर गर्ने थाहा छैन भन्यो भने मेबी त्यो एउटा प्रकारको गाइडेन्सहरू दिन सक्ने चाहिँ यो एउटा फोरम पनि बन्न सक्छ सो इन टर्म्स अफ लाइक ट्यालेन्ट म्यानेजमेन्ट पुल इन्फर्मेसन सेन्टर गाइडिङ लाइट खालको चाहिँ युज गर्न सकिन्छ जस्तो चाहिँ मलाई लाग्छ यो फरेनको लागि सो आई एक्चुली रियली डु अप्रिसिएट स्ट्याब्लिसिङ फोरम किनभने हामीले जहिले पनि नेपाल भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ माइग्रेसनको कतारमा गएर या स्किल लेभलको कुराहरू मात्रै गर्छौँ तर अर्को लेभलमा हेर्ने हो भने चाहिँ हाम्रो इन्टेलेक्चुअल लेभलको मान्छेहरू पनि गइरहेको छ र यसले चाहिँ यो फरेनले चाहिँ अलिक पोजिटिभ स्पिन दिएको छ बिकज वेन दे गो ब्याक a lot of them go out, they come back also, and how to utilize that, how to capitalize on that भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ गरेको छ. So thank you so much Anil for organizing this and thank you so much Foreign for providing this platform and I hope everybody who is here will go back with this positive idea, policy as well as behavioral change को लागि पनि सोच्नु होला नेपालीहरूलाई कसरी चाहिँ यहाँ opportunity provide गर्न सकिन्छ, not just opportunity but respectively उनीहरूको चाहिँ ट्यालेन्ट र इन्टेलेक्चुअलहरूलाई चाहिँ रेस्पेक्ट गर्ने हिसाबले चाहिँ गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने चाहिँ प्रोभाइड गर्नुहुन्छ भन्ने म विश्वास राख्दछु. थ्याङ्क यू सो मच. थ्याङ्क यू.
Thank you. We've now come towards the end of the event. And one more time, the only one lady speaker for the event. One more time for Ms. Priti, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank every one of you for joining us here today out of your busy schedule. You made time out of us for the launching of Foreign. I hope we get your support for a long, long time to come. Thank you once again. You may now proceed for high tea. And I request the media persons to please stay back for the question and answer session. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. I request all the award recipients to please step on the stage for a group picture. May I request the award recipients to step on the stage for a group picture, please? Similarly, I'll request our chief guest and Dr. Gangalal to step on the stage as well for a group picture. Thank you. I'm a media person.
Media?
Kantipur. Kantipur. I've been working with Kantipur for 5 years, okay? Thank you. Once again, award jitnu bhayeka sabaijana stage ma आइदिनु होला please group photo ko लागि